When they talk about one of the greatest two guards in NBA history, the name that gets omitted often is Reginald Miller. Indiana Pacers shooting guard, Indiana Pacers legend, a key figure in the 90s and the 2000s, somebody with game, UCLA legend as well, basketball Hall of Famer. It's your boy Dame. Subscribe to Dame's World. This is another episode of How Good Was. The reason why, because there's a lot of speculation around this brother's name in terms of where he ranks, his place in history. He didn't get the first ballot Hall of Fame, which I thought he was snubbed. Some people have him overrated, some people have him underrated, some people don't know how to rate him. Some people only perceive the nigga from being an analysis now in this new era, not knowing what he did in the past. So this is me just assessing my opinion on how good Reggie Miller was with the film. So the first thing I want to emphasize was heart, toughness, fearlessness. Reggie Miller was a commodity already in that aspect that he didn't have fear for players like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Ironically, he ended up fighting both them niggas in his career, but it showed a parallel to the type of guy Reggie Miller was. He wasn't willing to back down. He brought that high intensity wherever he was, always willing to win, whether it was the Olympics early in his career or even late in his career in the 2000s, making a push for the ring with the Pacers brawl. And then you top that with his gameplay. So you talk about a mindset that's rare. Like I can name probably on my 10 fingers killer will instinct players. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Reggie Miller, Russell Westbrook with the mind state. Allen Iverson maybe. The list gets short in regards to just killers who were also Hall of Fame type players. Dwayne Wade maybe, but Reggie Miller even more so. This guy, not only with the fearlessness, but with the clutch. You know the 8 points in 30 something seconds. Or 8 points in 7, whatever, however many seconds it was. You know what Reggie Miller did. You know the game 6 push off on Michael Jordan for the bucket. You know Reggie Miller helped take the Pacers to the finals against LA, giving LA their toughest finals in that three-peat. We know that they were in contention against the Pistons when the Pistons won their ring and that brawl happened. What people also don't know is Reggie Miller is not just a three-point shooter. Reggie Miller to me he's slim, but he's a good defender for being as slim as he is because he's very competitive. But he's a very good defender when it ain't Kobe and Jordan that he got to guard. And then probably the best off-ball player the game has ever seen. As far as his movement off the ball, I think it was unparalleled and unmatched. And something that the Klay Thompsons of the world or the Steph Currys of the world took. I don't think he gets credit for that. Mid-range game, attacking of the basket, ball handle. Reggie Miller was a complete basketball player. He wasn't just a shooter, as you can see right there. And then these random games I click on YouTube to see, because I don't need validation for what I already saw. Oh my God, look at MJ though. For what I already saw in Reggie Miller's career, but the film just reinforces the points. Like Reggie Miller, wasn't the best athlete, but he wasn't a scrub athlete. About 6'5", looked like 180, soaking wet with quarters in his pocket. But that's another story. But you know, you just have contemporary society unfamiliar with Reggie Miller, probably used to him talking about the game rather than playing the game, not knowing he was one of MJ's worst enemies. He was one of Kobe Bryant's worst enemies. I remember Kobe Bryant specifically saying Reggie Miller was the toughest player that he ever had to guard. Maybe early in his 2000s, he may have retracted it to Jordan, but I know in Kobe's prime, people hated running with Reggie. You run all day off the ball. On the ball, you still do your shit, but off the ball, you're even more deadly. And Reggie Miller, to me, in my opinion, top 5 shooting guard all time. Right under Dwayne Wade, in my opinion. As far as career goes, T-Mac was great, Vince was great, James Harden is decent, but for me, Jordan, Kobe, Wade, Reggie Miller. Without the likes of Kobe and Jordan, Reggie Miller probably have 2 or 3 of them things. Real shit. People sleep. He can give anybody buckets. People sleep. He has one of the best jumpers in NBA history. People sleep. He ain't no bitch. People sleep. He might look like a sucker, scrawny. You know, the stigma of being skinny and quote-unquote light-skinned. We need to get rid of these ignorant stigmas, fellas. But with these stigmas, niggas might look at Reggie Miller like he's soft. Never. Clutch. Always. Annoying to the defender. I will say I didn't know Reggie for being the best playmaker, so I would categorize him as a pure scorer and a tough clutch bucket. I don't know if 2K got that archetype, but he's a clutch shooter. I would give him that. Clutch scorer. You see them taxing Jordan. You can ask Jordan. I know y'all seen The Last Dance. Niggas hated Reggie Miller, B. As we watch the how good was. But I want to know y'all thoughts in y'all comments, because for me, I always was a fan growing up. Even though I was a Kobe head, when they played the Pacers in the finals, I was looking at Reggie like, bruh, this nigga's hard. And he wants it badly. I even remember one of Reggie's last years versus New Jersey Nets in the playoffs. Him hitting a bank shot 3 to take them past where they were supposed to go. So Reggie Miller, even in his whining years winding down, was still clutch as shit. 20-something per for his career. I mean, come on, man. We got to start putting some respect on these. We got to start giving them their flowers while they're here, man. We can't wait till it's over. 5th ballot Hall of Fame, I already thought that was too much of a slight. I mean, I don't know if he was 5th ballot, but he wasn't 1st ballot. And it's like, they'll throw Ginobili in as soon as he gets qualified. But Reggie Miller, somebody who's had more of a substantial career than Manu, he won't get the nod. I don't know about y'all. It seems a little harder for a brother to get the nod, be it that our expectations in hoops be so high. You gotta be a legend. But when you just a good brother, when you arguably a legend, I guess, they might curve your shit. But it wasn't no curving Reggie Miller, man. Real basketball heads know. His peers know. Only the incompetent hoopers and those unfamiliar, new to the game, seeing him sitting next to Steve Kerr talking the game, don't know what this man brought to the legacy of basketball. And not only him, shit, Cheryl Miller too. He got a family. So, yeah, man, that's just my thoughts on Reggie Miller. Legend, great, underrated in my opinion, never overrated. But I need y'all thoughts, y'all comments on what y'all think Reggie Miller was. For me, he's a legend, one of the greatest shooters, one of the toughest players, toughest competitors. It's your boy Dame.